guys, welcome back to my channel for your full moon in Aquarius reading for the full moon in Leo in Aquarius that is occurring on July 23rd, 2021. My name is Aubrey and I'm going to be looking at how the full moon is playing out for each of the 12 signs. Now, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the overall energetics of this full moon because I made a whole video all about that. And so if you are interested in the overall of these energetics for this full moon and effects today, definitely check out the video in the description box where I will link my full moon in Aquarius video, and you probably want to watch that in correspondence with this video either before or after so you know the whole story behind this full moon in Aquarius. But what I am going to say, like just sort of an introduction in this video, is that this full moon in Aquarius is occurring just 1 degree off from where the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius happened last December 2020. So what that means is this full moon is actually reactivating belief systems about things that were beginning to form then. That conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn was really about asking us to form new belief systems that are more in alignment with integrity, authenticity, and ultimately that are liberating us in some way. And whatever started forming then, whatever belief systems we started forming then, we're kind of getting an idea of where we're at in that process and how things are going and how much more work we have left to do with this full moon. So it's activating things that started to form, especially in terms of our belief systems, back last December. So that is what is going to be sort of highlighted with this full moon. So when I'm looking at the energetics for your sign and where the full moon is falling, I'm looking at it in the context of anything that may have started forming last year and where we're at now and what else still needs to be done. So without further ado, let me get into my sign-by-sign readings. The timestamps for your readings will be in the description box below. So if you don't want to watch everyone else's sign and just go ahead and jump ahead to your sign, look in the description box and you will find your sign, click it, and it will take you right there. All right, Aries, let's get this started. Let's kick this off with you guys. So for you, Aries, the full moon is falling into your 11th house, and that puts the sun into your 5th house. And that also means that last December, for the Great Conjunction, this was also falling into your 11th house. So that means that over this period of time, since the Grand Conjunction, you guys have really been being asked to build, create, form new belief systems in regards to how you fit into the overall whole. What types of people you want to be associating with, what types of groups and organizations you feel like you fit in with, where you want to put your extra time to contribute to the overall good of humanity, the types of friends and social groups and situations that you want to align with. The universe has been asking you to form new belief systems about your social life and about where you fit into the overall whole. And so with this full moon in Aquarius falling into your 11th house, again, it is asking you and now giving you a full view of where you've come since then and what work you still have left to do in terms of creating these new belief systems of how you relate to society as a whole and your place, your personal place in it. So this moon might be like triggering or bringing up things that happened last winter or that started to happen then to be revised, reformed, restructured so that you can finish the process of reforming these belief systems about you in terms of the overall whole, the greater good, in a way that is more in alignment with your personal authenticity, with your personal integrity, and that will truly liberate you to be yourself in the context of the group. The 11th house, this is actually the house that's ruled by the sign of Aquarius. And so with the full moon coming into your 11th house right now, it is definitely going to be showing you where you're at in the process of making these changes to your belief systems that are really trying to align you with a higher and better version of yourself and how you relate to the world at large, to other people, to the whole, where you fit in, where you fall in, trying to bring you to a much more authentic place in terms of how you relate to other people who you choose to relate to, or where you see yourself in the context of that group, of that overall whole. And with the sun in the 5th house, this is asking you to look at where you find joy, how you have fun, what is the true nature of your creative self-expression, to put energy into that, to grow that, to focus on your creative potential and on how you play and how you experience joy and how you experience fun and also romance, and how that is playing into this process that you're undergoing right now in terms of coming to these new understandings of where you fit into the greater overall whole, the greater overall good. It's like, are the groups, the friends groups, the organizations, the associations, the networks, the social networks that you associate with, are those truly giving you and allowing you your personal, authentic freedom of self-expression? Are they providing joy, fun, play, enthusiasm, optimism, creative potential, romance? Are they fulfilling you internally from a heart-based, soul, creative self-expression that is in alignment with who you truly are, what you're passionate about, what you love, and what you're meant to be? That's sort of how this full moon is playing out for you guys. Are the groups of people who you choose to associate with in alignment with the true nature of your heart, Leo? So that is kind of what is going to be on display for you guys with this full moon, and that is how these energetics are playing out for you and activating that great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn that happened last winter. So if you guys liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and definitely check out my video for this full moon where I talk all about the overlying energetics, and will definitely give you guys more context in terms of how these energetics are playing out on a macro level and how you can apply them individually considering the context of the 11th and the 5th house in your chart being activated. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you later, Aries. All right, now we're going to talk about Taurus. So for you guys, Taurus, the full moon is falling into your 10th house. And that means that the great conjunction that happened last year between Jupiter and Saturn also fell into your 10th house. And the 10th house is all about our career. It's all about our public image. It's all about our public reputation. It has a lot to do with authority figures and bosses and our relationship to authority figures and bosses, and generally just our relationship to like the public sphere of life, what we contribute to the public and how the public perceives us in the 10th house. So for you guys, that grand conjunction that happened, it was really asking you to form new belief systems in regards to how you interact with the public, in regards to your career, your professional life, your relationship with those authority figures. This conjunction really wanted you to redefine your understanding of the public sphere of your life and how you interact with that dynamic. And again, this has a lot to do with those authority figures, bosses, and also your public reputation, your public image. So that is what is really being lit up for you guys with this full moon. And you're getting an opportunity to see where you're at now. And since Jupiter and Saturn are both retrograde at the moment, they're asking you to revise, reevaluate, reconsider those belief systems that started forming then, and to make any changes that you need to make to those belief systems to build them stronger, more enduring, more long-lasting, and most importantly, more in alignment with your personal authenticity, your personal integrity, and what you truly need to be liberated on a soul level in order to be able to cultivate and develop your potential with that authenticity and integrity. So for you guys, the sun then, if the moon is in the 10th house, the sun then is falling into your 4th house of home and family. So it really, this polarity is asking you, is your home and is your family life in alignment with these new belief systems that started to form last December? Is there more that you need to work on, that you need to restructure, that you need to revise to bring a better balance in between your professional life and your home life, or your relationship with your family and your relationship with authority figures? Is there something that needs to be reformed or restructured that can bring this back into better balance for you? And actually, with the sun in the 4th house, you're really putting a lot of energy right now into your home, into your family, into mothering or parenting, and your roots, the things that are really important to you, that are your really intimate connections, the things that you hold really dear and precious inside. And this might be showing you or showing up for you in terms of causing some shifts, causing some changes, causing some reevaluations in terms of those 10th house issues, how you relate to authority, your career status, your public image, your public reputation. This Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is trying to evolve your perception of yourself in the public sphere of your life. And this full moon is really trying to create a balance between the public sphere of your life and the private sphere of your life, and how they're interplaying, how they're working together. And ultimately, the purpose is that it wants to bring you back into alignment and make it so that professional, public image, public reputation, relationships with authority figures, bosses, are more conducive to what you truly need in terms of your connection to your family, in terms of your connection to your home, in terms of your ability to be the type of parent that you want to be. There needs to be a balance, and your public life needs to reflect your ability to truly nurture your intimate needs, okay? So that's really what is coming up for you guys with this full moon. Just the moon is asking you, is your public life, is your relationship with authority figures, is your professional image or your public reputation allowing you to be the best mother that you can be, to take care of your home to the way that you would like to care for the people that you would love in the way that you would want to, and also to nurture yourself and provide self-care for yourself and just nurturing and sustenance and care for your family, for your home in the way that you want to? Or is it restricting you? Is it limiting you? Are there changes that need to be made to that public area of your life so that you can have a more authentic, liberating experience with your family, with your home, with your parenting styles and your children? So that's really how this full moon is playing out for you guys, Taurus. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and definitely check out the video that I did for the full moon itself, where I talk all about just the general energetics of the full moon, because it will definitely give you guys more context in terms of understanding how these 4th and 10th house issues are playing out for you. But definitely for you guys, we are trying to find a balance between being able to be the parent, the mother, the caretaker that you truly want to be, and any changes that need to happen to the public sphere of your life or in terms of authority figures in order so that you can get there. So that's what I have for you guys, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye, Taurus. Hey Geminis, your turn. So for us, and I'm also a Gemini ascendant, so I'm included in this. For us, this full moon is happening in our 9th house. And so that also means that the great Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that happened last year also happened in our 9th house. So really what that was asking us to do is reform or form new belief systems regarding like the overall nature of reality, regarding our belief systems. The 9th house rules belief systems, and it's Jupiter. Jupiter rules the 9th house. So this really, for us, was very much so about asking us to wake up to the truth of reality and form new belief systems, and to see things from a higher, more evolved, more bird's eye view perspective. And it's just honestly very much about asking us to form new perceptions, new mindsets, new attitudes about the overall nature of reality, really. And the sun, Geminis, is falling into our 3rd house. And so this really has a lot to do also with what we're learning, what we're talking about, the information that we're getting now. And you see, with this conjunction having fallen into our 9th house, it really wanted to bring us into alignment with belief systems and perceptions of reality that were more authentic, more in alignment with integrity, more in alignment with genuine truth, and that liberated us actually in some way from something that a belief system that maybe we had been holding on to that was no longer in alignment with our highest potential or our greatest, highest path forward. So that's really how this dynamic was playing out for us. Now, with the sun falling into our third house right now, this is all about information. This is all about communication. This is all about what we're learning, what we're teaching, what we're talking about, what we're understanding, and how that is playing into those belief systems. So really right now, we're being asked to go back and to think about belief systems that began to form last December, and to consider that in the context of what we've learned and the messages that have come in and the information that we've gained and the viewpoints, the perspectives, and the alternative ways of looking at things, the mindsets, the attitudes, all the new information that we've learned, all the new information that we've gained since that point in time. It really wants us to make sure that what we're thinking about, what we're communicating about, what we're learning, and what we're talking about is in alignment with belief systems that are going to help us going forward into the future. This is really about removing any type of mental blocks or any type of mental limitations. We really have been in the process of, with this happening on the 9th and 3rd house axis, coming into some type of awakening. And right now we're being asked to reconsider what we started believing back last December, and to use the information that is coming in. Like I said, those 3rd house issues, what we've learned, what we understand now, new perspectives, alternatives, options, ideas, and what we feel like we're interested in and is authentic to us, and what do we feel like we have integrity with, and what type of information do we feel like truly liberates us to be ourselves and to understand things from a viewpoint that is going to benefit us going forward. That's really how this dynamic is playing out. And any belief systems that started to form then that are in any way out of authentic alignment or are still limiting us or hindering us in any way from expanding in like the mental capacities of things, we need to revise, reform, reconsider things that we have understood since that point in time in the context of the new information that we've been gaining. And we need to make sure the belief systems that we're forming now, that we're reforming now with both of these planets retrograde, are in alignment with the new information that we've gained, that we're learning, the ideas that are coming to us that are truly authentic to us in Leo. The 3rd house with Leo there is also about a lot of creative self-expression in terms of the way that we're communicating. And it really wants us to be able to be ourselves and be authentic in the way that we're speaking and communicating with other people. And like I said, any limiting belief systems that are still in place that are hindering our ability to authentically express ourselves or be creative in our writing or our speech, or really write or speak or communicate from the heart, anything that is hindering our ability to do that because of belief systems that are not where they need to be, that is what this full moon is showing us. Any belief systems that are still holding us back, still limiting us, still hindering us from being able to engage in that authentic, heart-based, passionate, creative self-expression that comes out through writing, teaching, communicating, talking, providing information, that is not serving us. So that's really how these dynamics are playing out for us Geminis. It's all about this awakening process that we're going through, and universe is really wanting us to be able to speak and communicate completely liberated from our heart, with passion and unrestricted and with pure, true authenticity, to really be ourselves and to express ourselves that way. And in terms of belief systems, any belief systems that are still in place that are limiting or hindering this, we're going to get an opportunity to view so that we can know what still needs to be worked on, what still needs to be revised in terms of expanding our belief systems in a way that is in better alignment with how we need to be communicating from that liberated, authentic, personal creative self-expression. So that's what I have for you guys, Geminis. I definitely urge you guys to check out the video I did for the full moon in Aquarius that is being referenced in this video. I talk all about the specific energetics of the moon, and it just gives a lot more context so that you can apply it to your 3rd and 9th house axes and this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and tune in tomorrow for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye, Geminis. Okay, Cancer, now let's talk about you. So for you guys, the full moon is falling into your 8th house, and that also means that the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn also fell into your 8th house last December. The 8th house is the house of everything hidden, everything under the surface. It rules like the depths of our psyche and the deep intertwinements and connections and complex intertwinements with other people that a lot of times stem from these subconscious patterns that we have. And also it rules deep wounding, deep trauma, and basically just everything that's hidden, and also joint resources, joint finances, inheritance, and stuff like that, because of the fact that it's related to these complex intertwinements with others, and that a lot of times can be extrapolated into resources as well. So for you guys, this conjunction that happened was really asking you to create new belief systems in terms of your subconscious mind, in terms of your psyche, in terms of your shadow side issues and your subconscious patterning. It really wants to liberate you to be more free and free of any type of underlying subconscious patterning, shadow side issues that are interfering with your ability to truly authentically heal. And for you guys, Cancers, this also has a lot to do with your material comfort, material security, and also your internal self-worth, your internal self-value, and how that translates into your external comforts, your, like I said, material comforts, your finances, your ability to provide for yourself and to feel safe and stable and secure in your environment. So really, that is how this dynamic is playing out for you. It's like, what belief systems deep within your psyche started to form last December? And are they allowing you to really be and experience your own creative personal self-expression and to be liberated to create through your heart in terms of how you're creating your security, how you're creating your finances, what you're doing for a living, how you're feeling comfortable and secure in providing for yourself, and in terms of being able to truly appreciate and understand your inner self-worth, your inner self-value, and really cultivate a deep connection to the self-love that you have for yourself, and therefore how that translates out into security, comfort, and love in your life as well. So for you guys, it's like it really comes down to reforming at this point in time any beliefs about where you're indebted to other people, or where you're obliged to other people, or where you're sort of dominated or just deeply complexly intertwined with other people, and if that is suiting you now. And it really, really wants you to be creating and providing for yourself from a place of personal creative self-expression that is in alignment with your true integrity, your authenticity, and in a way that makes you feel totally liberated to be yourself. It wants you making money and providing for yourself by doing something that is truly and authentically you. And it's asking you to reform now any belief systems that are hindering you or keeping you from being able to do that. Anything that is still limiting you on potentially a subconscious level, or in terms of these complex intertwinements with other people, or in terms of unhealed trauma. Anything that is still holding you back from being able to provide for yourself from that place of true, genuine personal liberation and creative self-expression and passion. That is what this moon and that conjunction really want for you. They want you to be able to provide a lifestyle for yourself, from yourself, based on who you truly are and what gives you joy and what gives you passion. And they're asking you to reform any belief systems at this point in time that are still holding you back, hindering you, limiting you from being able to do that and to engage in that process. So that is really how these energetics are playing out for you guys, Cancer, in the 8th and the 2nd house. If you want more information about this full moon in terms of how it's playing out generally, if you want more context, please watch my video that's linked below for the full moon, where I talk all about the complete energetics of this moon and what it's bringing to us, and that will definitely give you some more context to how you can apply these energetics to that 2nd and 8th house dynamic that it's activating for you. So Cancer, if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tune in tomorrow for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye, Cancer. All right, Leos, your turn. So for you guys, this is a big full moon because it's happening in your polarity axis, in your sign. So for you guys, this great conjunction that happened in last December with Jupiter and Saturn, it happened in your 7th house. So really for you guys, Leos, and the moon is also in Aquarius falling into your 7th house. The 7th house is the house of relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, and like contracts and agreements. And so for you guys, what this great activation that happened last winter, what this was trying to do for you guys is getting you to form new belief systems about relationships, in regards to partnerships, in regards to how you relate and how you do business dealings with other people. And at this point in time, with this full moon, it's really showing you where you're at in that process of revising these belief systems, reforming these belief systems in terms of how you're relating to other people. And it wants you to be doing so with the sun in Leo right now in a way that is in alignment with your own personal creative self-expression, with your being liberated to be authentically you, not feeling like there's anything holding you back or like you have to hide who you are or you have to tone down your personality. Your personal vibration, your personal resonance, your personal energy is asking to be liberated with this. And your personal image, your personal appearance as well. This moon and the activation that happened last December as well really want you to be able to represent yourself from your heart and to portray yourself as who you really truly feel that you are in your heart center, in your passion, with your creative self-expression on the inside, and to be able to express your joy and express your exuberance and your optimism and your fun and your light, unrestricted by relationships or partnerships or contracts or agreements or obligations to other people. That's really what this energy is doing for you. Something about the way that you guys have operated in relationships up until last winter needed to stop because it was holding you back from being able to be authentically yourself in one type of a way or another. And that's really ending with all of this. And it's really wanting you guys to be able to have these relationships that are much more in alignment with who you really are and your ability to authentically express that unencumbered, unrestricted, unjudged, and to just be accepted for your genuine, authentic truth, your genuine creative self-expression, and what and who you really are and you are meant to be. It doesn't want you to be held back by relationships. It doesn't want you tiptoeing around people or walking on eggshells or, diminishing your light so that you don't make other people uncomfortable. It wants you to have new belief systems, to form new belief systems that free you to authentically be yourself. And so that's really how this full moon is playing out for you. And it should show you. Full moons expose. They bring the full light. This moon is showing us where we're at in that process. And it's helping us to understand what changes still need to be made, how we need to reform our belief systems now so that you can have that more liberated, authentic, personal experience that is really just allowing you to be you and making it so your relationships are in alignment with that. Your business partnerships are in alignment with that. Any contracts you get in, any deals with other people that you make are in alignment with who you truly are and your ability to be free to be that. So that's really how these energetics are playing out for you guys, Leos. It's all about reforming your belief systems that allow you to have better relationships that allow you to be accepted truly, genuinely for who you really are. And in doing that, you'll actually have better, more long-lasting, more enduring, more fulfilling relationships as well. And if you guys want to know how the overall energetics of the full moon are playing out, to give you more context for this reading and how these energetics are playing out for you personally, check out my video I did for the full moon in Aquarius. It will talk all about the overall energetics of this full moon, and you can take that. It will give you more context to apply to this reading. So if you guys liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tune in for my astrological outlook of the day. See you guys later, Leo. All right, Virgos, now let's talk about you. So for you guys, this full moon is falling into your 6th house, and that means that the great conjunction that happened last December between Jupiter and Saturn also fell into your 6th house. So really, what that conjunction was doing then and what this moon is doing now has a lot to do with helping you to reform, create new belief systems about your health, about your daily life experience, about your lifestyle, about your habits, about your routines, about the work that you do on a day-to-day basis. What this wants you to do is to create, it's helping you to create, honestly, like a more fulfilling daily, day-to-day life experience. It's really trying to help bring you guys a day-to-day lifestyle that is what is in more alignment with your own authentic truth and is really makes you feel liberated and authentically able to express yourself and to experience joy and pleasure in your daily life, in your what you do on a day-to-day basis. And this is also having a lot to do with your spiritual beliefs and the things that you need to let go of and the things that you need to leave behind, with the sun in Leo falling into the 12th house. And it also wants you to relax and get more rest and do things like meditate and pray and have a more spiritual practice. And through this, and it wants you to be able to be more free, to relax more, to be less of like a busybody, always on the go, always one thing after another, always like boom, 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 have a million things to do, have a jam-packed schedule. It really wants you to actually be more liberated, to be and experience authentic spiritual connection and to be able to like commune with that and to derive a lot of satisfaction and joy and fulfillment. And it's actually also telling you that you're able to derive a lot of really creative energy from the spiritual connection that you have. And so this full moon is having you look at your belief systems that started forming last December in regards to routines, diet, lifestyle, exercise, your work, whatever work you're doing on a daily basis, how you serve yourself, how you serve other people. It wants you to make these things better. And it wants you to have a belief system about them that is definitely more in alignment with what is authentically, genuinely good for you. It wants you to change your mindset about your routines, your schedules, your habits. And it's trying to bring you also more freedom to be yourself in the context of what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. It's trying to improve your health, improve your fulfillment and your experience with daily life. And again, this has a lot to do with giving yourself the time to relax, to meditate, to connect, to cultivate your spiritual connection, to take vacations, to relax, to calm down your schedule a little bit. And any belief systems that are out of alignment, that are still making you feel like you have to have a full schedule all the time, you have to be like slam packed and super busy, and or anything that you are still not doing that you kind of think that you should be doing, or just any changes to belief systems in regards to your health, in regards to your work, in regards to what goes on for you on a daily basis. This needs to be revised, reevaluated right now so that it can be more in alignment with what you need in order to get that creative self-expression that you actually channel through the spiritual connection that you have, through this divine. It wants you to be able to just relax, enjoy life, and have fun without being stressed because you believe that you always have to be being or doing and going, not resting, or else you're not productive, you're not successful. It really wants you to reevaluate any belief systems that are keeping you from being able to relax and to open up to spirit and to receive divine inspiration that's in alignment with your heart and your soul and fills you up with just joy and happiness and positivity and allows you to create and express from that place. That's really how this dynamic is playing out for you guys, Virgos, in terms of the house placement. Just definitely wanting you to change, reform, reevaluate belief systems about how you need to be on a daily basis, and anything that is keeping you from being able to relax, to connect, to tune into spirit, and to receive and create from that place is something that needs to be looked at, given a second look, and reevaluated that at this point in time. So that's really how these energetics are playing out for you guys, Virgos. If you want more information about all the energetics involved in this full moon and how they're playing out, to give you more context for how they are activating this 6th and 12th house axis for you, definitely check out my video for the full moon in Aquarius that will be linked in the description box below. And if you guys liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave me comments, and tune in for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye, Virgos. Hey, Libras. All right, guys, so for you guys, the full moon in Aquarius is falling into your 5th house, and that means that the great conjunction that happened last year in Aquarius between Jupiter and Saturn was also falling into your 5th house as well. And so what this conjunction was asking at that point in time was really for you guys to revise or to form new belief systems about how you play, about how you entertain, about how you create, about how you experience joy, and about how you express your personal internal creative self-expression, about how you do romance, about how you do love, about how you connect to the enjoyment of life. And with the sun falling into your 11th house, this is really asking you to do so in a way that allows you to experience and to be your most authentic self in terms of actually how you're associating with other people, how you see yourself in terms of fitting into the overall whole, the overall good, what your public contribution is, how the friends and the groups and the organizations that you choose to associate, where you fit into the social groups, the social networks, and just generally the people of your preference, that the groups that you fit into, the people that you choose to associate with you, and then again, of course, how you fit into where's your place in society, where's your place in the overall whole. It really wants you to come more into authentic alignment in terms of these groups and associations that you're a part of, or these friends groups, or these social networks. It wants them to be more authentic and more in integrity and more in alignment with who you really are and how you have fun and the nature of your heart and how you create all of these 5th house things. So this is the 5th and the 11th house axis this is falling on for you guys. So there was last December there's something going on that was causing you to form new belief systems in regards to how you experience joy, how you play, how you create, how you entertain yourself, and also possibly in regards to children as well. Children are also ruled by the 5th house. So you've been forming new belief systems in terms of how you experience joy in life, essentially, and it's really trying to free you to be yourself, to express yourself creatively, so that you can come into alignment with better friends, with better social groups, with better social networks that are more in alignment with who you truly are in your heart. That's what this dynamic is really trying to do for you guys. And this full moon is showing you, where you're at and what work still needs to be done in terms of revising these belief systems that contribute to you being liberated to authentically express yourself for who you truly are, what you enjoy, what you create, and aligning with other groups, other organizations, other social networks who appreciate you for that. It wants you to be able to align yourself with the greater good, to find your place in the overall whole, to find your place in society based on who you really are and your free, unbridled ability to be that and to align with people who appreciate that about you, who accept that about you, and who value that about you, and who want those aspects of yourself a part of their group, a part of their team, their organizations, their social networks. So really that's kind of how this full moon is playing out for you, and also what that conjunction was triggering for you guys. It's really all about trying to redefine the groups of people that you associate with based on your ability to truly be yourself, and just your ability to express your love, to play, and to be free to be yourself and to be accepted by others, by the overall whole, by the greater society for that. So that's really how these energetics are playing out for you guys. So if you guys want more context about the overall energetics of the full moon in Aquarius that are happening, you can check out my video in the description box below, where I talk all about the overall grand scheme of the energetics for this full moon, and it will just give you more context so you can apply that to this reading and maybe gain even more clarity about what's going on and how this full moon is playing out for you in your life. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tune in tomorrow for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye, Libra! All right, Scorpios, it's your turn. Let's talk about how this full moon is playing out for you guys. So for you guys, Scorpios, this full moon is falling into your 4th house, and that means also that the grand conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius last December, also fell into your 4th house. This is the house of the home. This is the house of the family. So really for you guys, what that conjunction was doing for you was helping you to form new belief systems about your family, about your role in your family, about your roots, about where you come from, about what's truly intimately important to you, about how you nurture yourself, about how you nurture your family, and about your home, and just your focus on your community, where you come from, your roots, your home environment, and generally your family. New belief systems that are helping you do your family stuff in a more liberated, authentic, and in a way that has more integrity to the true nature of your soul, really. And the sun for this full moon today is falling into your 10th house. So actually, what this is asking you to do is to be able to express yourself more creatively, more passionately, more from the heart, more authentically in terms of your career, and in terms of how you're interacting with the public, and in terms of your public image, your public reputation, your relationship to authority figures and to bosses, and to the role that you play publicly, and how this is impacting your ability to take care of your home and your family in the way that you truly want to. And so this full moon is really shining a full light on these new belief systems that started to form last year in regards to how you want to run your home life, essentially, and asking you to look for any limitations in those belief systems that are still hindering you from being able to have the family and the home life that you truly desire as a result of not being in alignment, not being in authenticity, not being in full integrity in terms of how you're working with the public, your relationship to bosses and authority figures, your career, your public image, your public reputation. Really wanting you to be able to be more genuine, more self-expressive, more creative, and just coming from your heart and coming from a place of true authentic passion in what you're doing for your career, in how you're presenting yourself to the world, and in how you're relating to those authority figures, and therefore helping you to come back into a better balance in terms of the life and the family life and the home life that you really want to live. Any belief systems that are hindering you from being able to be the parent that you want to be, or take care of your home the way you want to, or to have the family and the home life the way that you want to. Anything that is limiting you will show up right now to be revised, reevaluated, reformed, so that you can be free to have the home life of your dreams, the family of your dreams, the home that you've always wanted, and to have that be a reflection of a career, a public image, a public reputation that is truly in alignment with who you really are. It wants you to be liberated to create publicly your public contribution from a true place of, like I said, joy and passion in your heart and what is truly authentically inside of you, being able to use that to create and to interact and to provide and to contribute to the public. And by doing that, it's really going to help you to have the family life and the home life that you want to. And that's really what this is all about. And any like long-held belief systems that result from your family or from your early childhood or for your place of origin, anything that is still limiting you and holding you back in terms of you being free to publicly express yourself as who you truly are, what you're truly passionate about, and create from your heart, anything that is holding you back in terms of your roots, your family, your home situation, you need to revise these belief systems and create new belief systems in regards to your family life and your home life that allow you to experience that truly authentic creative self-expression publicly. And then in return, that also plays into you being able to have the family life, the home life that you want and that you desire. So really, that's how these energetics are working out for you guys, Scorpios. All about the home and family, all about the career, letting go of any belief systems from your early childhood, from your home and family that limit your personal creative self-expression, your ability to truly create from your heart and use your passion and do so publicly so that you can, rise in your job, get promotions, be recognized by bosses and authority figures so you can make more money so that you can have that better home life, that better family life that you truly want and desire. So that's really how these energetics are playing out for you guys. If you want more context about the overall energetics of this full moon, check out my video that I did all about this full moon in Aquarius. I will have it linked in the description box below. And again, this will just give you more context that you can apply to this 4th and 10th house axis that you guys have going on so you can get an even better view of how these energetics will be affecting you with this full moon as they play out this month. So thank you guys for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and tune in tomorrow for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye, Scorpio. Hey Sagittarius, it's your turn. Let's talk about how this full moon is impacting you guys. So for you, Sagittarius, this full moon is falling into your 3rd house, and that also means that the great conjunction that happened last December also fell into your 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of learning, teaching, communicating, writing, speaking, gaining information. And so for you guys, this conjunction was really asking you to form new belief systems in terms of what you believe, in terms of your perceptions of reality, in terms of what your interests are, in terms of what you're learning about, what you're teaching, what you're thinking about, what you're writing, what you're communicating. And it really wanted you to form new beliefs about your mental capacities generally, about your ability to be creative, about your ability to create and to communicate and to write. And it really wanted to free you from any type of limiting mindsets, limiting beliefs that hinder your ability to create and to write and to communicate and to teach and to express yourself from a place of genuine authenticity, integrity, and the true liberation to express what is in your soul genuinely. Now, the sun today for this full moon is falling into your 9th house. And so really what this is talking about is putting a highlight on belief systems and perceptions of reality and the overall bird's eye view of the overall whole of your entire perceptions, like I've said 3 times, of reality. So with the sun in the 9th house, it's really asking you to align your perceptions, your views, your beliefs, your belief systems, your overall understandings of reality in accordance with what you're passionate about and what is truly in the contents of your heart and your soul, and to align with teachers and mentors and coaches and people who can help you learn and help you come to a better understanding based on a true, authentic heart and soul connection. And to really channel your creativity and your creative energy and your authentic self-expression into gaining these greater understandings. And that in and of itself is helping to expose and to shine a light on any belief systems that are still limiting you from being able to express yourself the way that you want to, from being able to truly communicate from that authentic, totally liberated self-expression, soul expression place. And so it's like, it really wants you to be creatively communicating and expressing from your heart and soul, your passion, what's truly in the authentic nature of your personal creative self-expression. And anything that is hindering you at this point, or that is making you feel limited in terms of being able to communicate your truth, the ninth house also rules truth, is going to show up for you right now with this full moon so that it can be reevaluated, revised, reformed, and you can fix these belief systems in a way so that you truly can be in this process of being able to create and to communicate and to express yourself authentically. It wants you to align your belief systems with your personal authentic truth and what resonates with you. And it is also, you know, anything that you learned or that you learned throughout your life, anything that you've learned all along the way, you know, since early childhood that has made you be like hesitant or held you back from being able to express your truth. That is what this full moon, this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction is trying to eliminate and to fix for you. It wants you to really be able to communicate and to teach your truth, the wisdom that you've gained in alignment with your heart and with your soul. And it wants you to be able to do that often, regularly, as your norm. So that's really how this dynamic, these energetics are playing out for you guys. Any type of limitations in terms of what you're learning, what you're understanding, how you're communicating still as a result of limiting belief systems is going to be exposed for you guys so that you can really align with that creative self-expression, truth, joy, optimism, Leo in the ninth house, your heart, your truth from your heart, and what really resonates with you from the truth of your heart. That's what you guys should be able to talk about. That's what you should be able to learn about. That's what you should be able to communicate about. And there shouldn't be anything that you've learned in the past that makes you feel like you can't do that. So during this cycle, anything that shows up for you or any frustrations you experience that are in relation to you not being able or not feeling like you can say what's truly in your heart or truly on your mind or what you genuinely resonate with as truth, that is what this is trying to show you so that you can reform these belief systems more in alignment with your ability to align with your own personal truth. So that's really how this is playing out for you guys this month, Sagittarius. If you want more context about the just overall energetics of the full moon and how they're playing out generally, I have a video all about it in the description box. And again, this will just, you guys should watch it because it will just give you more context that you can apply to this third and ninth house axis so you can get even more information about how this full moon is going to be playing out for you over the course of the next few weeks. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and tune in for my astrological outlook of the day. See you later, Sag. Okay, Capricorn, let's talk all about you. So for you guys, this full moon is falling into your second house, and that means that the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn also fell into your second house. And so for you guys, both that conjunction and now being re-triggered by this moon is really having a lot to do with your finances, with how you make your money, with how you provide safety and security and comfort for yourself, and in terms also of your own internal self-worth, your own internal self-value. This conjunction really wanted you guys to begin to form new belief systems in regards to your own personal self-worth, your own personal self-value, and how you're creating a living for yourself, how you're creating a stable structure for you to create financial security for yourself. So at this point in time, with this moon, what it's doing is showing you where you're at and any revisions that need to be done to reform or reevaluate those belief systems in terms of where we are now, and make sure that there is not still lingering limiting belief systems that are impacting your self-worth, your self-value, and your ability to create the material comforts and a stable, secure living environment, financial situation for yourself. So that's really for you how this is playing out. Now you guys have the sun coming into your 8th house in Leo. And so really what this is saying for you guys, it's like it wants you to take a look at the status of your psyche and things that are going on under the surface that you don't look at, your shadow side issues, your subconscious mind, and really focus on that. Shine a light on it. put your love, put your passion and care into healing any like childhood trauma, or to resolving any like complex intertwinements with other people, or to really put some effort into healing and overcoming any type of subconscious issues that may be contributing to a faulty belief system that is keeping you like perpetually in a state of lack, or not having the material comfort, the material security that you desire, as a result of still not in a place where you feel like you're valuable and worthy enough to receive. So really for you guys, this whole thing wants you to have a career that is in alignment with who you truly are. This Capricorn, this energy, this conjunction that went on, this full moon, it does not want you to have a superficial job, a superficial career that's based on just making money for the sake of making money. It wants you to be doing a career, a job, a service, how you make your money, to be in alignment with who you truly are, the contents of your character, the contents of your heart, what your passions are, and what your like genuine, authentic, creative potential really compels you to do. It wants you to be making a living off of your own creative ingenuity and your own passions. And it really wants you to search your soul in the 8th house and really look at everything that's under the surface, and anything that is still holding you back and subconsciously contributing to these faulty belief systems that we're in the process right now of reevaluating, reforming, and upgrading. It really wants you to shine the light, the sun in Leo, in that 8th house, to look under the surface, to figure out and to heal any trauma that's holding you back, to really put energy into and heart and soul into resolving any type of like complex intertwinements with other people that lead to like joint financial situations that can have a negative impact on your finances, and alleviate these things somehow through creativity, through being in alignment with your heart and your true authentic passion and self-expression. And as a result of doing that, it will help to reform these belief systems, revise these belief systems, so that you can be making money and providing material comfort and security for yourself in alignment with a way that is more true, more genuine, and more authentic to your heart and soul. So that's really how these energetics are playing out for you guys, Capricorns. If you want more information about just the general energetics of this whole full moon, so you can have more context in terms of how these 2nd, 8th house issues might be being activated by the full moon, you should definitely check out that video because I talk all about it. But generally for you guys, it really does come down to universe wanting you to be authentic in the way you're making your money, and any type of shadow side or subconscious or complex intertwinements with other people that are limiting your ability to reform these belief systems. It really wants to heal that through your heart, through aligning with your heart, and through acting through your passion, the passion and your own genuine creative soul self-expression, and to begin building your life around that. So if you guys liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tune in tomorrow for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye, Capricorns! Hey Aquarius, let's talk about you now. All right, so for you guys, this full moon and the great Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that happened last year were happening in your 1st house. So for you guys, this conjunction and also this full moon really are asking you to form new belief systems about yourself, about your personality, about your personal image, your personal appearance, about how you interact with the world, about your personal vibration, your personal resonance, anything about you. It really, really is trying to get you to release any type of limiting views about yourself, your potential, your authenticity, your creative self-expression, to release them and to let them go, so that you can bring in more relationships actually that are in alignment with who you truly are. The universe right now really wants you guys to realign with your true, unique, authentic integrity and personal self-expression. For you guys, it's all about your physical body, your physical appearance, your personality, how you interact with other people, and how other people perceive you. any type of limiting beliefs that keep you from being and appearing and interacting as the person that you truly feel you are and how you want to express yourself in the world. Any limitations that still exist will show up for you guys with this full moon, okay? And again, this also has a lot to do with relationships, because right now the sun in opposition to the moon in Aquarius is in your 7th house in Leo of relationships. So really, this whole dynamic is trying to upgrade your relationships and give you relationships where you can be more free to be yourself, where you have the ability to genuinely express yourself and relate with other people from your passion, from your heart, from the core of the authenticity of who you truly are, without feeling judged, without having to walk on eggshells, without feeling held back in any type of way, and to really be valued for that, and to form business partnerships and business relationships around that, to form contracts and agreements with people based on that, to form romantic relationships with people based on that, based on who you truly are. And this whole dynamic really is just trying to show you anything that is left in terms of limiting beliefs about yourself, your potential, your opportunities, who you are, and what you can be. Any beliefs that are limiting you or holding you back from being able to achieve your potential and achieve through your own personal creative self-expression what really is in the contents of your heart and soul, especially in terms of how you relate to other people and the relationship dynamics in your life. You're being asked to reform, revise, reevaluate right now so that you can truly be liberated to be your own authentic, unique, special Aquarian self. And as a result, this is going to change all of your relationship dynamics so that they are much more fulfilling for you, and so that you're much more accepted, much more valued, and much more appreciated for the unique, amazing, special being that you truly are. This is how these dynamics are playing out for you. The universe wants you to really be free and unrestricted and unencumbered and liberated to be your true authentic self, and then to be able to attract and cultivate and maintain relationships and partnerships and business dealings based on that person that you're becoming, based on your ability to truly be you and express yourself with integrity and with authenticity and just unrestricted for who you are, and then therefore attract relationships that are much more appropriate for you and that will value you much more and be much more fulfilling, give you much more joy, much more passion, much more self-expression, and just generally be more long-lasting, more enduring, and more in alignment with what really makes your heart feel happy. So that is how these dynamics are playing out for you guys, Aquarius. If you want more context in terms of the overall energetics of this full moon and what you can expect and how they're playing out generally for all of us, you should definitely check out my video I did for the full moon in Aquarius. It'll just, like I said, give you more context that you can apply to that 1st and 7th house axis to gain even more clarity about how these energetics this weekend, this full moon in your sign, is going to be affecting you. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tune in tomorrow for my astrological outlook of the day by Aquarius. Hey Pisces, all right, your turn. Let's talk about you now. So for you guys, Pisces, you have this full moon in Aquarius falling in your 12th house, and that means that the great conjunction that happened last December with Jupiter and Saturn also fell into your 12th house. And so for you guys, really, Pisces, this has been asking you to create and form new belief systems in terms of your spiritual connection, in terms of your relationship to God, relationship to universe, relationship to spirit, relationship to the divine. It's really been asking you to release any type of limiting mindsets, any type of limiting beliefs about your ability to connect to God, to connect to spirit, and to receive support, nurturing, and sustenance from this connection, and also to be able to use this information and be able to channel this information in order to create with it as well. You have the sun falling into the 6th house for this full moon today. And so really what this is doing is it's asking you to put actually more of an emphasis on your habits, your lifestyles, your diets, your routines, what you're doing for work on a day-to-day basis, just generally your daily life. It wants to align your daily life more with your heart and soul. What gives you fulfillment? What gives you joy? How can you make your daily life play as well? And how can you turn your habits, turn your lifestyle, turn your routines into something that also gives you joy and brings you joy and makes you feel good and makes you happy and makes you feel like fulfilled and like aligned with your heart and soul and allows you to create from your personal, authentic, creative self-expression. It really wants you to create a lifestyle that actually frees you to be happier on a day-to-day basis. And this is happening through reforming any type of beliefs that are limiting you in terms of understanding your relationship to the divine, your relationship to God, relationship to spirit, and also your ability to sort of like relax and sort of like fade back into like oneness with God, like fade back into like the wholeness and all that is. And it also is asking you to reevaluate anywhere where you evade reality as well. Anywhere where you might stick your head in the sand, or anywhere where you might be like engaging in activities or like drugs or alcohol or anything like that so that you can like escape reality. It's really asking you to reform your belief systems about being present in this reality and the spiritual connection, the spiritual assistance, the spiritual guidance that's available to you. And it wants you to do this actually with the sun in Leo through cultivating and creating a happier day-to-day habit, routine, lifestyle, living experience. So it wants to bring the joy back to your daily life. And also, it wants you to let go of any belief systems that in any way are causing you to want to escape reality or hindering your ability to connect to your higher self, to connect to source, to connect to spirit, God, the divine, anything that is, and that will become clear to you probably with this full moon, where you're, still holding yourself back, where you're still sabotaging yourself, where you're still hiding from things, or where you're feeling like cut off from spirit, cut off from God, like betrayed by God or something like that. And really, it just really wants you to reevaluate like your belief about your own participation in reality and the importance of that and the spiritual significance of the role that your life and your existence is playing. And it wants you to purify your vessel and purify and bring joy and light to your daily life. And through doing this, it will also help you to realign with spirit, realign with God. And also on the flip side too, any changes that you make to reform these belief systems about how you can and do connect to spirit and channel that in order to create and to express yourself. It wants that for you. And it really wants you to just genuinely enjoy your daily life and have a more fulfilling daily life that is more in alignment with who you truly are. It wants your day-to-day experience to reflect the nature of your heart and what you're passionate about and what brings you joy and what brings you hope and encouragement and love. And also simultaneously, it wants you to, like I said, reevaluate or reform anything that is that is keeping you from being able to truly do that on like either an unconscious level, the 12th house, or a desire to escape reality and sort of like not deal with issues, or again like a crisis in faith sort of. So it's really asking you, because you're Pisces, you are ruled by Neptune, you are one of the most spiritual signs, and you have one of the strongest ability to connect and to channel that divine energy. And it really wants you to bring yourself up to the next level of that and not be hindered by any previous belief systems that may have prevented you from experiencing the abundance of your spiritual gifts and the impact that that has on your daily life. It's like once you resolve these belief systems, once you get rid of any belief systems that are still lingering and that are out of alignment with authenticity and integrity in terms of the true, genuine spiritual connection that you do have. Once you can align your belief system with the actual spiritual power that is innately within you, this will also reflect on your daily life experience, bringing you more joy, more fulfillment, and the ability to experience passion and creative self-expression more just in your daily work, in your habits, your routines, in your daily lifestyle. So that's really how these energetics are playing out for you guys, Pisces. Definitely, you know, the spiritual component, wanting you to embody the spiritual truth that you are and not be held back or not be hiding from it, not be evading it in any type of way. Really come into alignment and form new belief systems, revise old belief systems, and form new belief systems in regards to this spiritual connection that you just inherently have and how that impacts your daily fulfillment, the joy that you experience on a day-to-day basis. So that's what I have for you guys, Pisces. If you want more context in terms of how this full moon is playing out in terms of the general overall energetics, I definitely recommend checking out the video that I did for this full moon in Aquarius, where I talk all about the whole overview of how all of these energetics are playing out, and you can get more context from that to apply to this 6th and 12th house axis to give you even more clarity about how these energetics might be affecting you this cycle. So that is my video for you guys, Pisces. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and tune in for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye, Pisces. Alright guys, that was my video for the full moon and how it is playing out for each of the 12 signs. I hope that you got some valuable information and insight out of this video that you can apply to your life to navigate these energetics over the next few weeks. Again, if you guys want more information about the context about this video, check out my full moon in Aquarius video in the description box below, because I do a 30-minute video talking all about just the general energetics. You can take that, you'll understand it even more, and it will give you even more context and even more clarity about how these energetics are affecting you personally based on the house access that I described in your reading. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave me comments. I love your comments, and tune in tomorrow for my astrological outlook of the day. Bye guys.